What is going on, everybody? It's Brandon. Welcome to Back After 10. It's been a while, but I'm here. My apologies. Life is life. Welcome to America. Anywho, you guys are here because of the thumbnail. We're here to talk about the new Alpha Crux AI, a legendary name from around like 2015, 2016. Now, I was not bowling at that time. I heard a lot of the noise about that ball, so I kind of peeked my head into the game, peeked my head back out. Here it is, updated version, Catalyst Core, AI cover, AI surrounding, so you know it's gonna give you that extra little oomph on the back end, extra little pin carry, GI26 cover stock, so it's essentially the updated version of what the original was for today's standards. I'm not gonna blabber a whole lot. We'll put specs and stuff and all that good jazz when it's time. So thank you guys for subscribing, thank you guys for watching, and if you're not subscribed, it don't hurt nothing, hit that button. But anyway, let's jump into the video. All right, so the Alpha Crux AI. So basically Alpha Crux 2026. Ball that was used here on tour that a lot of folks are having some success with. I actually drilled up not one, but two, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Layout information for the pin up one, and I have a pin down one. We're on a fresh house shot, so thank you to AMF Stardust Lanes here in Grove City for allowing me to record in their facility and putting out a fresh house shot. We're gonna jump right into it. Now, while I was away, they started putting down what could be our new house pattern for this center. So I've not really bowled on this. I threw a couple shots with another ball. So let's see what this looks like. We're gonna start in and around 7-8 at the arrows. Oh. Okay. And that struck. That is not the zone for that ball. Again, I have two. I have a pin up and a pin down. Box surfaces, I want to say it's around 2,000 or 1,500. That information, again, will all be right here. We're going to throw that one more time. For those folks who like to play more up the boards, play to the right, this is for you. Yeah, that is not the spot for this ball. So unless you are a super high ball speed individual, I would not recommend you. Unless your house shot plays, you know, a little longer, there's more hold to the outside portion of the lane. Nah, bro. So one of the big things, selling points, if you will, of this core and the original is that the way that this core is designed, it's designed to where there's minimal intrusion into changing the ball motion, changing the ball shape, or core dynamics, basically, because of the way it's designed. It's got like a concave kind of design, I think. So you get, for the most part, the intended shape out of this ball. So we're going to move a little left and see what happens. Wow. Okay, so again, we're still using the pin-up version for this particular portion of the video. I'll switch to the pin down, even though I didn't think I wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it pin down here in a second. Again, layout information will be right here for the pin-up versus the pin down. But just know my pin up one is I think 5.5 inch pin to PAP. So again, we're gonna play that typical area, standing around 25, playing around 17-ish at the air. Yeah, I have cut the head pin off every shot. This cover is ridiculously strong. I think in combination with this new house pattern, I might have to polish these up or take the surface up to make these even remotely usable. Okay, so for sake of argument, I'm gonna go back to the pin down one. So I'm gonna stand around 20. So I know there are a lot of folks who do drill up pin down stuff. And we're gonna go back right, and we're gonna play around like 7, 8 at the arrows. I got 5 on it. Now, it's true when it's said that you should never genuinely judge a ball in its entirety when you first get it. You got to get some oil on the ball, let the cover settle in, and you know, it could take several games for that to happen. So this is just a general impression. This isn't a full scale. Yeah, this is a good ball, bad ball. Obviously, I ain't throwing it enough. So just kind of remember that. Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those balls where I'm going to have to either A, take the surface up to like maybe 3,000 for a polish, and or definitely get some oil on this ball. And that was the pin down one. All right, so I'm going back to the pin up one. We're just going to move dead left. So we're going to stand around 30 with my feet. We're going to try to be more in the middle of the pattern. I have not seen the graph on this pattern yet, so I don't know exactly what it looks like, but knowing this will definitely give me an idea. So 30 with my feet. We're going to play around 16-ish at the arrows. Okay, so yeah, this ball definitely needs oil, without question. So it's the summertime, so a lot of folks are going to be bowling in tournaments, longer flat patterns. You might actually really want to use something like this. Or if your house shot in general plays a little longer, a little heavier, definitely want to look at one of these. Now for comparison, I'm going to throw the Equinox. I also have 2 Equinox solids. I have a pin up and a pin down, same layouts as the Alpha Crux, as well 2 Alpha Cruxes. I took these to nationals with me. Again, I bowled very well with them. I really like this ball. So we're going to start off with the pin up one. I did hit it with a fresh 2000 pad, so I have not thrown it since. So we're going to see what this looks like. Again, going back right, going to play around 7, 8 at the arrows. Okay, so I still would not use this ball in that zone. This is still strong. This ball is designed to be, the Alpha Crux is designed to be in between the Equinox solid and the Ion Max solid. So there was a little longer, a little cleaner, just as responsive, I think. Yeah, but for this shot, I wouldn't use either one. Okay, so we're gonna move a little bit left here. I was standing at 20, I'm gonna go 25 with my feet. Still using the pin up Equinox so you guys can see the comparison difference with the shape. So we're gonna go around 12, 13 at the arrows. Got around that one a little bit too much. Shouldn't have carried that one, but still, this ball, in comparison to the same layout Alpha Crux solid, yeah, they're both very strong, but the Equinox is going to be a little longer. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw this Equinox solid first in that middle portion of the pattern, and I'm going to throw it compared to the same layout Alpha Crux. So that's going to put me around 30 with my feet. And we're going to play around 17, 18 at the arrows. Like I said, we're using the Equinox solid first, and then we'll go to the Alpha Crux. Okay. So that's the Equinox solid, even though that was a bad shot. Okay, so we're going to go back to now the Alpha Crux. Again, same spot. 30 with my feet. Around 17, 18 at the arrows. Again, essentially we're trying to play more in the middle of the pattern, which is really where this ball needs to be. I leaked that one. I leaked that one a little bit right. So that lets me know, okay, I have a little bit of miss room with this ball. but I don't think the Equinox would have made that corner. So let's throw it again. Yeah. Rounder off the spot versus a little sharper off the spot with the Equinox solid. So the two can play off of each other. Actually, not bad. So now I'm going to bring out a ball that I don't really get to use that often because there's not enough oil for it in most of the places that I've been to so far. Although I could have brought it to Nationals, but that's another story. And that's the Ion Max. Again, the Ion Max within Storm's strength category or catalog is still the big boy, still the top dog. We're not even going to try to play to the right with this. We're going to play this 30 area first. This is still, like I said, the top dog, earliest, the strongest of the bunch. Layout is similar, so it's actually right in between both the Alpha Crux and the Equinox Solid. Yeah, a little left on target, but it still just, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I'm gonna go throw one more with the Ion Max Solid, and we'll go back to the Alpha Crux. Again, 30 with my feet, around 17, 18 at the arrows. Yeah, it's not as dramatic of a change of direction. It's even earlier than the Alpha Crux, and definitely earlier and rounder than the Equinox Solid. I'm gonna take a couple shots with the pin down Alpha Crux, and then I'll take a couple shots with the Equinox Solid that's pinned down. This time we're gonna change up a little bit, since I know these are a little longer, a little cleaner. I'm gonna go 28 with my feet and play around 15, 16 at the arrows. Okay. Wow. Not surprised though, not surprised. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the Equinox Solid, same layout, pin down, same part of the lane. I leaked that one a little right, but the Equinox Solid, because it has a cleaner cover than that of the Alpha Crux, way more responsive. So if I were going to be choosing a ball right now to use for a score, I would probably, between all four, I'd probably pick the Equinox Solid, but the pin down version, because again, it's more room for error, just as responsive, and that's what you want. Okay, so last shot, we're gonna do the pin up. I'm gonna move a little further left. Again, I was around 30. I'm gonna go 35 with my feet, and we're gonna play around 19, 20 at the arrows and see what we get. Oh, leaked that one. But I got away with it. All right, so we're gonna do that again. Let's see if we can strike 35 with my feet, 19, 20 at the arrows with the pin-up Alpha Crux. Bam. Just saying. Now we're going to throw the Alpha Crux Solid pin down. We're going to be at, what's this, 20, 25, 30, 33 with my feet, and 17, 18 at the arrows. Ooh, leaked that one a little bit, but let's do it one more time. All right, last shot, win, lose, or draw. Pin down, Alpha Crux. That's what I wanted the first time. Well, there you guys have it. Alpha Crux, available today. Go to your local VIP Pro Shop. If you're in the Columbus, Ohio, Grove City, Ohio area, come see us over here at Next Generation Bowlers Pro Shop here inside AMF Stardust Lanes. We have some in stock ready for you. Pin up, pin down. What suits you best? What are you bowling on? Talk to your pro shop operator to see what best suits you for your respective game. In honesty, I think this is if you have an Equinox Solid, maybe you got a lot of games on it, it's not hooking as much as you want to, maybe you don't want another one for whatever reason, grab the Alpha Crux. Maybe if you're looking for that top big ball and maybe your Ion Max isn't moving enough, or you want just a little more usability out of, a big ball, Alpha Crux. I'm interested to see how this ball really works in, not a controlled environment. I have some tournaments coming up. I think at least one of them will come with me. So we'll see how that goes, but I'll keep you guys updated. If you want to see any other comparisons, please let me know in the comment section below. I've got balls like, again, Ion Max, Gremlin Tour X. I know it's the summertime, so a lot of people are looking at bowling balls now because maybe they're on sale. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to do my best to try to oblige that for you. And until next time, be Ross, back after 10, hit that subscribe button. Next goal is 2,500 subscribers. And until then, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. I kind of like that ball. Not too shabby.